Hello, my name is Poopy Twitchy Luke, and I've been playing what was meant to be a beta save with Fulham called That's So Craven. It's a fun name and a fun thumbnail. Um, but that series, sorry, was only meant to be short term, and so it is coming to an end after only one season. I think I know my way around the game now. Not well, so yeah, this is just a quick video to show you how that season ended. Spoilers, not well. Anyway, like and subscribe while you're here. You're seeing this on the YouTube, and make sure to come along if you like Football Manager over to the Twitch, Poopy Twitchy Luke, on Twitch and YouTube. Friday afternoons at the moment is the Football Manager Friday, and we'll be starting a new series this Friday, the 28th. It's cold, I'm sniffly, I'm wearing a green jumper, so that may be disappearing at some point during the video. Not sure why the hat is, because that's black. I don't know. Green screen works in mysterious ways. Let's have a look at what happened. Alright, so here we are on the fixture schedule screen. I've blocked out all the fixtures you haven't seen yet. The last time we met on stream, and the last highlights, was this FA Cup third round game. Oh, it's the fourth round, sorry. We made it the fourth round, where we pitifully went out to Brentford 1-0 without much of a fight. Then we had 12 Premier League games left in the season. Time to start revealing. Well, before we do, how many do you think we won? Out of 12 games, how many games do you think we won? Time for the reveal. Oh, there it is. It's one. We beat Burnley. The only win since we beat Manchester City in February. One win. We lost heavily in a couple as well, and the draws are often frustrating. So, terrible end to the season. Terrible, really. Burnley, by the way, finished bottom of the league. Where did we finish in the league? I'll show you. 17th. With that end of the season, we got very lucky that there were three teams who were just worse than us, really. So, 17th. Best we can muster. Chelsea finished all the way up in 14th. Arsenal won the league. By a lot. Villa in the Champions League places. Crystal Palace in 6th. Man United have sacked Amorim after an 8th place finish. So, what do you know, eh? What do you know? Isn't that fun? I don't really know what to say. After the friendlies and the opening to the season, I thought it was going to be a good one. And then it's just inconsistency all the way through. All the way through. And then just getting beaten. Kevin came back. Hates me. Because, I mean, one player had an issue with something. I can't even remember what it was. It was not a big issue. And so the whole squad decided that they would get upset too. This is what I've learned from this beta save. Let's take away lessons right now. The tactics are going to take a little bit of getting used to. Still. And then you're going to ever so slightly tinker, but also try and fit what you have into what you can make. Don't try and do something outrageous. Really look at what's there and see what you can make. What would suit this group of players the best? You know? I've also learned that Football Manager for the past few years, when it's released a game, has been morale simulator. And that is even more prevalent this year. Try and get any unhappiness resolved as soon as possible, because it will damage your entire team the second it starts. Yeah. Well, we survived, and I didn't even get called in for a meeting. So, can't have been that bad. I mean, we got £49 million for next year. We wanted to carry on here. And I did consider it. Look, I was already making this. I was not using the squad planner because it just seems a bit more inconvenient than doing it this way. I was starting to make this, which is just the tactic again, new tactic, but also like just using it to see which players I would keep. All these players I would either on loan and going back, or I would look to sell, or their contracts coming to an end. So I did consider it, but yeah, maybe I'll continue this off stream and just see if I can make anything happen. But yeah, that is the end of That's So Craven. The extended beta series, I guess you could call it. But like I say, join on Friday, this Friday, the 28th of November, for the start of the long-term save on my streams. And follow, turn on notifications over there to make sure you know when it's going live. And like and subscribe here on the YouTube as well, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss when these highlight videos come out. I also do other stuff. Hitman, Arc Raiders recently. Far too much Arc Raiders. But there will be Football Manager. We're all getting to grips with it now. The bugs are being fixed. It's turning around, and I'm going to say this now because we're going into the streams trying to be positive from now on about the game. We're going to just be positive because I think being positive has a positive influence on how you're playing the game and how you're perceiving it as you're playing it. So, positive from here on out. The game is obviously unfinished. Everybody knows that. Potential is there. So are the issues, but it is overhated, in my opinion. It is not one of the 10 I mean, it's no longer in the top 10 most negatively reviewed games on Steam. It never should have been. It's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's fine. It's unfinished, but it's fine. It does seem as though Football Manager was a big, bloated game that we all got used to and had a wonderful time and didn't want it to change too much. So what they've done, from what I could see, is they've tried to condense and cut off the fat. Now, we all need a bit of fat in our lives. So where they tried to condense all the things that were on the sidebar into the top bar, it maybe hasn't worked because now you just get really long drop-down menus that take up... That's over halfway down the screen. One of the drop-down menus there. And all the other things, I think... To use PUBG as an example, what PUBG likes to do with their guns is they look at what percentage of each gun is being used. Like which groups, like assault rifle, SMG, all that stuff. And then if one group is getting used too much, or one particular gun is getting used too much, they will nerf that group and that particular gun, try and rebalance the percentages, which I don't think is the way forward. I think Football Manager has done that as well with a lot of things. They looked at things like shouts and the chalkboard and like extended data hub and positional maps and pass maps, and they've said, okay, a really low percentage of people are using these, so get rid, because we need to focus on getting what we can out. And so, and the cup draws as well, deadline day, although everybody went through deadline day, that was one of the best things. Anyway, not to get sidetracked. That is what I think they've done, and I think the game is slightly worse because of it, because they focus so much on the new graphics. They've cut off all the extra things that help get people immersed in their world. And they've tried to make it more streamlined, which... Sorry, it's really cold. I'm sniffly. It has worked in some ways, because I can now continue through a week in a matter of seconds. That side of it, great. The other side of it, where it shows me news articles and the leagues in focus, like when I'm continuing through, and I can go, oh, look what's happening over there, or this bit of news is crazy. I remember that player. I was looking at them 2 seasons ago. I do miss that stuff. I think now you have to, I think for everything, you have to do a few extra clicks to get to what you remember being there if it's still in the game. And I hope, to their credit, they have been patching week on week, as they promised, and I hope they continue to patch things, fix bugs, and re-add things in. These little minute features. I know the World Cup's coming later down the line. That's great. International management's coming back in a new, streamlined way. But yeah, I don't know what the point is. I guess the point is the game is overhated, but I understand why it's overhated, because it does feel unfinished, and like there's a lot of things stripped back, and like it is a beta. The whole year is a beta, as Zealand has said, for the upcoming football managers. But if it's a beta for all the upcoming years, and if this is a foundation, why are we forced to spend £40 on it? That's £40 with one of the creator discount codes off Fanatical, whatever it was, by the way, I got it for. If you bought it on Steam, you're looking at £45.50. You great British pounds. Even my friend Umar, who waited until he didn't get the advanced access, which, you know, smart move, it turns out, and got it off CD Keys, now called Loaded, for 30 quid. It's still 30 quid for an unfinished game. So it's overhated, but it's not. I'm not swinging completely the other way and saying it's brilliant. Anyway, that was just, I was getting that all off my chest now, so that we could go into the future streams with the positivity needed to have a good time. Will I miss Fulham? No. Quite frankly, no. Sorry. It's the way I feel. See you Friday.